Welcome back to another daily recap for Tuesday, August 20, 2024. I'm Sam Morton, and the time is currently 8:36 a.m. Eastern. Right now, before the market opens for the day, we're looking at levels in the SPY that we'll use as baselines to enter E-mini futures trades today, if everything else looks good at the time. If the SPY hits a level the right way, an order will be entered in the E-mini futures. Right now, an hour or so before the market opens, before the opening bell, the spiders have been hanging around and slightly under 560. There's a zone at the top. That's the area between these dashed lines. And you see this lighter blue level at 556.88. Well, that may or may not provide support if they get down there today. I believe it's somewhat less important. It all depends on how the market is acting if price gets down there today. As of now, they are still doing this short squeeze operation and pushing higher. They continue to push through these pretty important areas of overhead resistance. So it's interesting price action lately. We had a blue moon yesterday. Getting 4 full moons in one season is a relatively rare event, something like once every 2.7 years. I'll let you make your own inferences about the blue moon thing. There are no data releases of significance scheduled today, that I can tell at least. That could move the market. So nothing unusual on the horizon. After the market closes today, we'll come back to this chart to examine the price action. During the open session, talk about any E-mini trades that may have been triggered. I'll catch you on the other side. They finally reacted to some resistance and stalled out a little, more or less flat on the day. You can see they hit one level around 9:55, 9:56 or so in the morning, and that produced the one trade of the day. A base hit or more was entirely possible if you trusted the level. I put in a market order up here to go short with a couple E-mini contracts and didn't have the screen recording going at the time. I was still setting up at the office. I actually sold higher than the level. I was just watching them approach this level, trying to gauge how much resistance I thought I could expect, and then they shot up. As soon as they got to the level, I sold short above the level at the market, so by the time I had the screen recording going, they had already fallen down and satisfied my base hit. By the time I got back to this chart. At the office, I'm just using the one screen on the laptop. They had already fallen down. So anyway, there's really nothing to, well, I did record for the rest of the day. They never hit any other levels. I got kind of close down here, but there are no more trades. So that's the bottom line. One short trade, and that was the one base hit of the day. So did anyone who was watching this recap video take this short trade up at this level today? I'm talking to those of you who had the levels from the morning email that I send out. If you trusted the level and took a trade, I hope you got at least a base hit. Holding for more than a base hit or trailing a partial position down would have been ideal, but there's nothing wrong at all with a base hit. If you trade each of these levels every day the right way, each time the SPY hits a level and you trade the E-minis, you're going to rack up base hits on most days. They add up over time. So really nothing else to show here. Let's take a look at how today's trade affected the metrics in the tracking log. This first log is the playing by the rules log. It's what you can expect to get trading the E-minis each day with one or more contracts. That's what these numbers represent, the quantity of ES contracts traded at each level. If you traded every single level that was hit, now that's what you could expect over time. And you can take a look at the daily averages, the totals. The average per hour here, that's a metric that's based on 5 hours and 45 minutes each trading day. That's because I trade between 9:45 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. Eastern, with a few exceptions, and that's so I only take trades during that time. So I thought it'd be kind of nice to show what the average hourly rate is during that 5 hours and 45 minutes, based on the average daily profits using this strategy. That's the playing by the rules log. This is the personal trade log here. What I took is the same, just for today's trade was the same as the what's over on the playing by the rules log. The trades here are taken, they're still taken at the levels, but I will often hold for more than a base hit of just 4 ES points, and I'll try to trail some trades for more points. Sometimes I won't trade a level at all for various reasons. Either I'm busy doing something else for the day, or not taking trades at all, or certain things might be happening in the market when the SPY is approaching a level, and sometimes I choose just to not put money at risk at a level. The result of these personal trades are all shown here. The good, the bad, and the ugly, just like the playing by the rules log. So all of them are put here on the table just to show you what's possible when using these daily levels and following the rules of the strategy. So I first started tracking my personal trades using this format here back in March of 2024. So here's the March 2024 through current time on the Play In by Their Rules log, and this is the same time frame on the personal trades. This is just to show you the difference if you're treating each level the same or if you were taking some creative liberties. So you can see the total trade days, the profit and loss metrics, which is days ending in the green versus days ending in the red, the daily average, the hour average per hour, all that stuff, and the totals. Everything's different because that's when things start kind of changing, is in March of this year when I started keeping track of these. So, take this for what it's worth. I'm just trying to show you everything. I want to give you a complete picture of what happens when you treat each level the same and grab only 4 ES points at each level versus what could happen if you take a few more creative liberties. But that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in to today's trading recap. Hope you found this video helpful. Again, if you're among those on my list who had these levels from the morning and took that one trade, I'd like to know if you trusted it and pulled some money out of the market. Feel free to leave a comment below. And if you're wondering how to get the levels each morning, then you can ask that as well in the comments and I'll point you in the right direction. Before the opening bell tomorrow morning, I'll have new levels on the board. We'll do this all over again. Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day.